Boys and girls, learners of all different ages at Haileybury Almaty, it's really a pleasure to welcome you back to the new term, and I hope that you're excited to see your friends and new classmates as you start the new year. I'm really excited, and it's been great to welcome you all on Thursday and Friday. I'm just struck by these very young pupils, our reception class, who are playing outside behind me, who are so spontaneous about getting into the new things that they're learning about at school. They're forming little teams and getting on with it in a new way, and they're looking after each other, and we're going to come back and have a look at that in a minute. But I'd like to tell you a bit more today about high performance learning. It's a phrase that you're going to hear a lot more about over the next few years. We could call it HPL as well, for short, but it's basically how to be a more effective learner. We want to think, how do great learners think, and how do great learners behave? Those are two of the big questions, and if we get this right, you'll have a set of skills that will last you right through your adult life. So we're very excited about this, and the first thing that you'll need is a growth mindset. So what is a growth mindset? Well, it's a mindset or an attitude that says, if I can't do something, then I can't do it yet. I'm going to keep working on it. It's also called something like positive mental attitude, PMA. And we all need this. If you think about riding a bicycle, for example, many of you will have thought, how can I possibly stay upright on this thing with two wheels? And it takes lots and lots of tries to get it right. Some of us learn very quickly, some of us learn more slowly, but eventually we can all ride a bicycle, and it's great fun, and it opens up a world of opportunity. But we did that because we had a growth mindset. So I'd like to tell you a bit more about how this program will work. We're going to demonstrate one of these values of how a great learner thinks or behaves each month. And the first one we're going to have a look at is empathy. Let me tell you a bit more about that in a moment. So what is empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's the ability to step into the shoes of that person, or the ability to understand their feelings and perspectives, and to use that to understand and guide our actions. Essentially, it's putting ourselves in someone else's position and feeling what they must be feeling. Highly empathetic people have a strong curiosity about others. And to do that, we need to listen hard and to be able to speak honestly and, most importantly, kindly. We need to be able to experience the emotions that match another person's emotions, to understand what another person is thinking or feeling. So if we have empathy, we'll be caring for other people and having a real desire to help them. People who are empathetic or have empathy have a strong curiosity about other people. And to do that, we need to listen hard and to be able to speak honestly, but most importantly, kindly. We need to be able to think about what emotions are going on in someone else's life and match those with our own. We need to be able to think what another person is thinking or feeling. So if we have empathy, we'll be caring for other people and have a real desire to help them. A practical example, at the moment, we have many new people in our school community. There are about 140 new pupils and at least 12 new staff members. Remember that we're all new at some point, and we'll all be new again when we move on to a new school or to a university. And we need to think, what is it like? Do they know where the things are that they need to find? The dining hall, the classrooms, the sports hall. Do they know what their timetable is? Are they making friends? Are they included to new activities? So let's think about that as a very practical way forward. Let's be inclusive and inviting. We have to be proactive and forward-thinking. We have to develop our friendship skills. And that's where, again, I'd look to our youngest pupils who do this very spontaneously. When they're working on projects, they're automatically helping each other. And we need to think, how can we help the people in our tutor group? How can we help the people in our class? Not so much focusing on ourselves and our needs, but thinking about the wider team. There's a very famous saying that there is no letter I in the word team. I, myself, we have to lose that as we form a bigger group or a team. So in those group work or projects or teamwork, how can we assist others and help the whole group to work really well and be highly effective? So people who are highly empathetic have the following characteristics. You're really good at listening to what others have to say, and people often tell you about their problems. You're good at picking up on how other people are feeling. You often think about how other people feel, and other people come to you for advice. You try to help others, and you care deeply about other people. So how can we do that? Well, here's a few tips. Work on listening to people without interrupting. Pay attention to people's body language. Try to understand people, even when you don't agree with them. Ask them about their lives and their experiences, and imagine yourself in another person's shoes. It's an exciting thing as we move forward, and we'll use it all of our lives. We might call it emotional intelligence, we might call it empathy. I hope you find it a fascinating way to start the year, and I give you a challenge as we take it forward.